Hey everyone, welcome to Adam's channel. Today we'll be going over the bowline knot. I'll be teaching you how to tie the knot, dress the knot, identify a safety concern, and one way to overcome that concern. Then briefly discuss the uses of this knot. Like always, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave some comments on what you'd like to see in the future. Alright, let's get on with the video. The bowline and the variations of the bowline make it an extremely versatile and useful knot that everybody needs to know. When tying this knot, what you're going to do, this is my working end and this is my running end that just continues on. From my working end, I want to grab the rope and simply flip it over onto itself towards the running end. From the working end, flip it over towards the running end. I'll capture that with my left hand. My working end, we'll call this my rabbit. My rabbit will go through the hole. It's going to see me, get scared, run around the tree, and dive back into the hole. And then I simply tighten it down. And right there you have your bowline knot. When tying knots, always ensure that you dress and set your knots. Just simply pull on all rope portions, getting it nice and tight, and it'll look something like this. The bowline, as is, could work, but there's a huge safety concern. If this knot was to hold, let's say, a boat to a dock, once this knot is weighted and the weight comes off, notice what happens. Heavy weight comes off, heavy weight comes off. Look how loose it's getting. And all of a sudden, your boat is in the middle of the ocean, the lake, what have you. This is a huge safety concern, whether it be a boat, individuals, heavy loads, or what have you. One way to combat this is tying a simple overhand safety within your knot. So just like we did before, flip over towards our running end. I want to give myself a bunch of extra room on this. So my rabbit goes around the tree, dives back into the hole. Remember, I wanted to give an extra long tail. Tighten this down. And you can make this loop how big or as small as you like to make it. Just keep feeding in line. So I dress and set my knot. Now what I want to do is make an overhand safety. So with this extra tail, I'm going to go around the loop, creating a full loop, and then I stick my tail outside that loop away from this knot portion. And I tighten that down. When making the tail, you want it approximately a fist length. Then it won't come out. So when this knot's weighted and the weight comes off, notice that it's a lot harder to come undone. That's just one simple way. There's plenty of ways to tie this knot, different techniques, switching the name. And I'll go over them in a later video. If you want to see anything or you have some different ways to tie the bowline, let me know in the comments. Another way some people like to tie this to help them going around an object like this rope I have in front of me is kind of like a hat method. I'll show you that real quick. So again, working end and running end. I'm going to flip my working end over towards my running end, causing a loop, and then just flip it over onto itself. So my working end towards my running end, and then I flip that over onto itself so that rope comes right in the middle of the loop. And I just pull that up a little bit. Kind of looks like a little hat. And I take my working end, I can go around an object just like this. I just want to capture it right back down onto itself. And then tighten it. Notice that's the same. That helps some people with the knot tying around an object. The bowline is great for camping, stuff in the garden, around the house, boating, some military application. It's a real versatile knot, and there's plenty of different ways to tie this. This is a great knot that you should definitely practice and know. All right, so that's the Bowline knot. And again, you can always tie your overhand safety, just going around. This tail is going to be way too short. And then you tighten it down. If I identified that early, I could just simply close up my loop, feed more tail, and then when I go around and secure it, I have a long enough tail. Thank you all for joining me, and hopefully you subscribe and turn on those notifications. Don't miss the next video. Take care.